Genesis chapter 11. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth. And from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth.
Yo, and I'm live for another coffee time. Nobody here at the minute, so there's not much to say. But there's nobody here. Wasn't going to do a stream this morning, not intentionally anyway. Then Michael came up with this idea that for my next stream I could use something that he gave me. It's about the Tower of Babel found. Whether it's been found or not, I don't know. But it's a 6-part series, and he gave me the first part, which is 17 minutes long, for us to check out, so we can go through that. But first of all, there's 2 other little videos I want to see. One's 9 minutes long. I'll from Terry Eichar. He put out last night, for me. And that's 9 minutes. Like I say, it's 9 minutes long. So we'll just watch that through without me interrupting much. And then we'll get on to the main video. But first of all, there's something from you start sharing once to see if anybody, which could be just me. I do not know. But, why is this going so blooming slow? That's silly. What on earth's happening then? Oh, it's my computer doing its stupid thing. Right, settings, quality 480. That should be up there a bit. 720. Fulfill this. Okay. So, first of all, I just want to share this one. I found in Element by Grizzly Times. We know Grizzly Times comes in the chat, comes in Flatz's chat. Comes in Michael's chat. By Grizzly. Ooh, wrong one. Sorry, wrong one. Grizzly Times. Down the bottom. Right, Neil deGrasse Tyson. This is from Grizzly Times, like I said. Neil deGrasse Tyson takes on faith. And it's only 27 seconds long. But here, watch it. It's rubbish.
There's no reference in the Bible, for example, that Earth isn't anywhere other than the center of all motion. The Bible does not have an understanding that Earth orbits the sun. It got a lot wrong, especially in Genesis.
Hey, Flats, nice one for showing up. Good morning, bro. And I'll try and have a great show. Nobody's turned up yet except yourself. As far as I can see, so bless you, dude. Bless you, blue dude. Nice one. I'm just putting on this one from 27 seconds. What's going on now? Don't know what was going on now. Why am I getting feedback? Oh, it's because it's coming through the telly. Silly me. It's coming through the telly. I ain't got my telly on mute, which has got Flats. One thing you should take from PJ is that NDT knows more than Christians on the Bible. Yes, he does. Of course he does, Flat. He knows the Bible describes a flat earth. Of course he does. Why do you think he's doing this? Do you know what I mean? So let me play the rest. I can't believe I was echoing from the telly then. I didn't know what was going on. Right, let's play the rest. It's only 27 seconds, like I said.
where it's setting up the universe. This thing, proof or not, I don't think that's what it's about. You have to believe that Jesus rose from the dead. You have to believe that.
What's the difference between cannot be proven and there is no evidence for?
I think it can be proven if you make enough statements about what you expect to be true if God exists.
Whoa. Well, that's completely wrong. What you expect to be true, it can be proven if it's what you expect to be true. What if your what if your expectations don't get proven true? What if your expectations is wrong? Then it can't be proven, can it? Silly. It's stupid.
There's no reference in the Bible, for example, that Earth isn't anywhere other than the center of all motion. The Bible does not have an understanding that Earth orbits the sun. They got a lot wrong.
The Bible doesn't have enough wow. If it keeps moving every time I try to play this, the Bible doesn't have enough understanding of the cosmos. That's stupid. That's stupid when it's God that originally talks about his cosmos. And his cosmos, it says we are flat. Right. I'll get it one more time because it played through with me on pause.
Motion. The Bible does not have an understanding
me on
that
mute. Sorry, not on pause.
Earth orbits the sun. They got a lot wrong, especially in Genesis where it's setting up the universe. This thing, proof or not, I don't think that's what it's about.
Hey, no problems, Flats. Have a great day, man. It was good to see you. Bless you, dude. Bless you.
You have to believe that Jesus rose from the dead. You have to believe that.
Well, I believe it. It's not hard to believe once you got the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? Not hard. Even before I had the Holy Spirit, I believed it. I believed it. So I didn't live it. I didn't live Christ, but I believed it without a doubt. So, wow, these people want proof of it. Do you know what I mean? Archaeological proof, historical book proof. You know what I mean? Things that have been written down, passed on. You know what I mean? That type of thing. There's evidence now. But no, they want to have been there at the time and seen it. It's ridiculous, isn't it? One more time.
Difference between cannot be proven and there is no evidence for.
I think it can be proven if you make enough statements about what you expect to be true if God exists.
Wow.
There's no reference in the...
There we go. There we go. Yeah, that one's ridiculous. But yeah, just thought I'd show you that. I need to get back to my what's later list. Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so the next one, let's get down there. It's by Terry Aker. Terry Aker recycles his stuff a lot. I don't know if this is an older one. It probably is, but it's called Truth is Getting Out, Flat Earth Resurrection. You know what I mean? That's what it's called. And that's from Flat Earth Truth. Sorry, Flat Earth Truth Resurrection. So, yeah, it's by Flat Earth Truth. It's Terry Aker, as you know. Play this. We'll have a go. Have a look at it, you know. I don't know if it's brand new or if it's some of his recycle videos. He does tend to do that, but yeah, we'll play it. We'll play it. I'll have to rewind it. Because it's halfway blooming through. Rewind it. I still say rewind.
A driver is heading east.
Still say rewind. Still say rewind. Ridiculous. And I'm still thinking I'm playing tapes or CDs, you know. Right, it's ready to start. Let me just check if it's all right on this side. Yeah, it's nobody tried to come in. I haven't got that. I haven't put the link up yet, but there's no point putting the link up until people come in. Last time people started coming in about 10 minutes in, you know. So we'll see. We'll see if people start coming in. If they don't, they don't. It's fine. It's one of them. I can have breakfast on my own, coffee on my own, sitting chilling, just watching these vids. Right, cool. So I've got that up. Let's start playing it. See what? All right, let's go big. Like I said, Terry Aker, Flat Out Truth. Truth is Getting Out. Like I said, I didn't know if it's a new one. He put it out last night for me, or if it's an old one he's recycled, because he does recycle a lot, which I don't blame him, because his videos are good. People need to watch them. Full screen. Right. There's nobody in there to tell me when it stops. I'll be stopping on my own accord.
Well, this
a good conversation starter. Do you believe the Earth is a sphere? The answers you get might surprise you.
The curving horizon, the slope.
No, I don't believe the Earth is a sphere. In fact, you don't even have to say believe. I know the Earth is not a sphere. They think it's a sphere, but then the scientists will tell you, no, it's an oblate spheroid. But then the pictures you get from NASA, it's a perfect sphere. What the heck's going on? NDT said it's pear-shaped. You know, that's an oblate spheroid-ish. It's a really, really messed up oblate spheroid, but it's an oblate spheroid. It's not just squished, but you know what I mean? Pear-shaped, small at the top and bumpy at the bottom, lumpy bumps at the bottom. So, yeah, let's carry on.
Sloping sea level, the spin of the Earth. Unless you can see these phenomena with your own eyes, they may not be true. Unlike what we've been told in school, the Earth looks like a snow globe, round but not sphere. The North Pole is at the center of most flat Earth matter, with the ice of Antarctica holding everything in.
The round or spherical Earth theory is...
Not everyone believes that. Not everyone believes that. I kind of think that ice wall is probable. I can't prove it, but I think that type of thing is probable. Not a lot of people, not a lot of people, not all people believe that, believe in a flat Earth, and they don't know about they're not sure about the ice wall. Right? I'm not sure because I have got no proof of it, but I think it's very, very probable that there's an ice wall.
Propagated by some conspiracy.
And the number of people who think so is growing. Thousands, if not millions of people believe the world is flat.
Thousands, if not millions of people believe the world is flat. You know what I mean? Lots of people are coming to it. I'm going to have to turn the quality down this because I'm getting a bit of a jerkiness. I don't know why. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Let me get rid of element as well. It might help. But yeah, let's carry on. Let's carry on.
And it's the subject of tonight's special report. WCIA3's Aaron Eads is here with us now. And Aaron, as far as conspiracy theories go, flat Earth...
Yeah, go away, Sava. You're not welcome here. Goodbye. Laters. Listen, I'll read out your comment. You have no proof of it, but you think it's more probable than the proof we have of a globe. Proof you have of a globe is not scientific proof. It's rubbish. It's all pseudoscientific. Go away. I do not have trolls in this channel. Goodbye. Laters. Ta-ta. Idiot.
Earth theory is actually getting pretty popular.
Yeah, the number of the Earth is flat is actually growing. Scientists might have an idea of why that is. And
did you hear that, Sava? Actually growing. Yeah, thousands, if not millions. Yeah, something wrong with you. Globe isn't there. If a lot of people are coming to flat Earth because they realise the truth, Sava, realise the truth. Yeah, you just had to come and troll, didn't you? Numpty. You couldn't have come and said something nicer. You know what I mean? Idiot.
and it's worth talking about. And what better?
All right, hello PJ, how you doing? Just come straight in with a we've got plenty of proof of the globe, but you think it's probable there's an ice wall. I just said I cannot prove it. It's what I believe, and I think it's most probable. And if you look at Occam's razor, what's more probable? A basin full of water with a flat, when water's it rests, it's level, so it's got flat at the top. If it's at rest, it's flat, isn't it? You know what I mean? So what's more probable, that water in a basin with land round about it in it, or water sticking to a ball? That by, and if you try that by any chance, stick water to a ball, it doesn't happen. Spin it, flies off. Rubbish. What you believe is terrible.
Place to do so than one of the flattest places in the country, right here in central Illinois. It doesn't get much flatter than this. Geological survey data shows Douglas County is the flat.
You can't get flatter than this. Look at all these flat lands, locally flat lands. All these locally flats make flat. You don't get flat on curve. It doesn't happen. It'd be like a bloody big seesaw, wouldn't it? Wow.
Flattest county in Illinois, which is the second flattest state in the whole country. On a clear day, it seems like you can see forever, but you can't. Through the eyes of a person of an average height, the horizon is about 3 miles away. But that's it. You can go up higher to see a greater distance, but you'll...
The horizon is 3 miles away. You see everything going over the curve 3 miles, well, it's 3 point something miles away, right? But what about left to right? What about your x-axis? You don't see any curve there, and that's more than 3 miles. But you see him go over the curve 3 miles that way. Do you know what I mean? On your other axis, but on your x-axis, well, yeah, y, x, y. On your z-axis, you see a lot. Yeah, you know what I mean. You see the curve. Sorry, you see the curve allegedly, but on your y-axis, no, sorry, on your x-axis, no, nothing, no curve, and that's more than 3 miles. You're seeing there a lot more on your peripheral, without a doubt.
Never be able to see the whole world no matter how high you get. But there are ideas that this is a sham. NASA, a fraudulent organization bent on siphoning your tax dollars. The moon landing didn't happen.
Those iconic blue marble images seen from space, fakes.
You start seeing words like composite or animation or something that tells you this is not an actual photograph of the Earth.
Bless him, man. He's not with us anymore. Rob Kent, bless him. No, bless his spirit anyway,
Biggest concern with the flat
That's what he did while he was here.
Earth movement is how fast it's gaining steam. Scientists are worried that flat Earth could become a political issue like climate change, vaccination, or evolution. Guys.
All right. Fascinating stuff. All right, Aaron, thank you.
Very interesting.
Well, knew this.
Why is blooming evolution a political issue? What are they going to go to Parliament with that? Oh, yeah. We're changing from humans into vampires. You know what I mean? We need to get more money for the vampires. Stupid.
This morning, all our lives, we've been taught that there's little doubt that the Earth is round, of course. We've seen the images from space, but not everyone's really convinced.
Again, the Earth could be round. Round describes a circle as well. Circle is 2D, circle 2D, circle is flat. Sphericals are rounded, spheres are rounded too, but they don't define. They just say stays round, circles round, and flat.
There's a whole group of people who are not convinced. Some common themes are the Earth is not a sphere, as you said. It's not moving. We are not spinning on an axis or revolving around anything. And the biblical literalists believing
it's not moving because it's not moving. Simple.
the Earth and everything we see when we look up in the sky exists in sort of a dome. That's the belief of organizer Robbie Davidson. He does believe that mainstream science deliberately hides a creator or God. And he says it's become taboo to question science.
They become authority figures that are so high, you can't even question them. And I think it's dangerous for anybody to be at a point where they can't be questioned or critiqued or looked into.
The billboard for the convention just went up along E470.
People can go there, be uninhibited about their beliefs, what they think. They can discuss it openly and freely.
As a pilot and engineer, Bob used to think it was crazy. So what about astronauts?
The space shots are actually shot in a swimming pool. And they are shot in a place that's called the NASA Neutral Buoyancy Lab, okay? And in this Neutral Buoyancy Lab, they have a full-size mock-up of the ISS.
NASA calls it their Neutral Buoyancy Lab. It's just behind Ellington Field here and is becoming an important source of new revenue. NASA's Neutral Buoyancy Lab simulates space underwater. In a pool 4 stories deep and so wide, we saw astronauts floating on one full-size international space.
Why can't we all the things we get from the people in the IS? Why can't it be this? Why isn't it this? It's more probably this. We see bubbles in space because they're in this bloody pool. It's not hard. Or bits of dust, bits of paint come off the ISS, bits of dust and all that. Fine. They might come off the ISS. Definitely. We see that. We'd see that. But there's a difference between that and bubbles. I think we know the difference between an air bubble and bits of dust and bits of paint. You know, bits of paint is dust.
Station replica.
Bob knows this is controversial. He welcomes debates and says,
investigate it yourself. Do your own research. That's what matters.
If you are
Do your own research. Absolutely. Do your own research, guys. I mean, I disagreed with Bob a lot. God bless his soul. You know what I mean? And bless what he did have right down here. But yeah, go do your own research, Bob says. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Bob. Yeah. Yeah, we remember that. Well, we've got a thanks Bob as well, haven't we, Bob? Ah!
Curious about the international conference, make sure to visit us online. We have more information there at cbsdenver.com. Live in Denver.
Bob, the non-science guy. He's our thanks, Bob. Thanks, Bob. Not Bob, the science guy with a pilot's license that doesn't know how gyros work. Wow. Thanks, Bob.
Jamie Leary covering Colorado First.
But I would say that people should have a better understanding of why it is they believe what they believe. The answer really is because all the smart people say so. And that should never be your baseline of why you think something is or is not true. I did not think I'd get applause for that, by the way. That was nice.
So Buck just said the earth is flat. That is freaking me out. All right.
It's not a way to make friends and you know, impress your family, because if they're not willing to look, they're going to think you're crazy. And many attending the conference here say the theory has really gained popularity over the past few years. Enough popularity.
This flat is messing my mind. Why? If you look at your globe and think about it, why is it not more sensible to be flat than bloody globe, than spherical? Or oblate spheroid, like a pear spinning in space, you know, crazy. Wouldn't that do something to the vector being that shape? Wouldn't they do that something to the directional vector of the way it's meant to be moving? It's not moving because it's not moving, is what I say. But wouldn't it be if it was pear shaped? Wouldn't it be the oblate spheroid be not elliptical but wobble all over the place? It's just crazy. Wow. Things they want us to believe. And the field goal. Yeah, you didn't score that field goal. Coriolis did. Yeah, take all the glory away from the player. Wow. A player can curve a ball, even if it's egg-shaped.
Where they can hold conferences like this. One factor of the growing popularity may be the coverage in the media. It became a hot topic recently when Duke's very own Kyrie Irving came out and claimed he believes the earth is flat.
Kyrie is my little brother. He's my all-star point guard, superstar point guard, and if he decides he wants to say the earth is flat, then so be it. So
I do think obviously this is a recycled video because there's a lot of old footage in it. So yeah, I've put my wow, why is it still so blimmin' jerky? I don't get it.
He's an interesting guy, man. And, he believes it. So, Kyrie, the earth is flat, right? Yeah. So, whatever. That's news. That's news. There we go.
Sometimes I think this is just taking the mick, you know? You're shouting over his mate, yeah, the earth is flat. And you're like, yeah. Nothing like, yeah, this is why I think the earth is flat. He's just saying, yeah, I give you, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they actually really believe it, but I hope so.
Earth is flat. There's no
Big up Terry Eicher anyway for these videos. He keeps putting them out. Bless him, man.
Concrete information except for the information that they're giving us. They're particularly putting you in a direction of what to believe and what not to believe.
Is this like a long troll game? Are we being trolled?
I don't think we're being trolled because if you want to talk.
No, but we get blooming trolled, that's for sure. Aye, we get trolled.
About anything that's scientific, two things must be met. Is it reliable and is it valid? I just got off of a flight from Connecticut seeing my daughter, and this is a reliable. She's doing good.
And then let me guess, the plane went straight.
Sorry, I'm
straight. So
let me just say this, Mama. So I heard Kyrie talking about it, and I said, let me do my own scientific experiment. Let me take a look out this window.
Nope.
At 36,000 feet, I saw the skyline. And you know what I didn't see? A round skyline. It was flat from the...
He didn't see a curve. It was flat. No curve. No curvising.
Left, and I went on the other side of the plane. It was flat on the right. Kyrie done broke it down.
You may have seen it on your way to work or school.
Flat on the left, flat on the right. Flat, guys.
Just driving around, a new billboard has some people thinking about the Earth.
And asking the question, could the Earth be flat? Greg Argos is here with more on the movement.
Just yesterday, in fact, this billboard, a digital billboard unveiled yesterday, and it's calling into question a theory most of us have accepted, that the Earth, of course, is round. But those behind this billboard say, well, we've all been tricked.
NASA's pictures and spacewalks showing a curved Earth are all made up. Drivers heading eastbound on the Schuylkill already battle some serious traffic. Sandwiched between two insurance ads is this bold 3-word billboard: research flat Earth. And for at least the next week, this ad will be blocking drivers' attention.
Next, we have it's a flat Earth after all.
Oh, wow.
Always a fan favorite. This float celebrates flat Earth theory that is spreading ironically around the world. What do you think the Earth is flat?
It's a flat world after all.
Top 6 answers.
Don't know about Snoop Dogg. Don't know if he's trolling or not. I don't know if he believes it's flat or if he's taking the mick there. I'm not sure.
Board. We asked 100 men, what would you do if your beautiful date told you the Earth was flat?
Laugh at her.
Laugh at her.
Tell her she lying.
Tell her she lying. Pass it to her.
We're playing.
Let's play. All right, Sarah. We talked to 100 men. What would you do if your beautiful date told you the Earth was flat?
I hope he'd agree with me.
Agree with her.
If told you, if your date told you the Earth was flat, I'd hope you'd agree with me. Agree with you on what? You didn't say it with your position. Agree with you on what?
I would. I just met you. We're on a date. You fine. You tell me the Earth flat. That's cool. I agree.
I mean, it's your turn. I think I'm going to solve it. All right, go ahead. Okay, the Earth looks pretty flat to me. Yeah, that's it.
That's even in game shows, you know. The world's getting out there. I mean, this is a few years. This is old footage, should I say so? But the world's getting out there. People, they just keep saying the flat Earth's dead. Keeps getting bigger and bigger, you know. Keeps getting bigger and bigger. Not everybody, but there's a few people. There's loads seeing the truth. You know what I mean? Coming to flat Earth, but whether these are doing it for satire, I don't know. Well, more than probably is, but I don't know. At least the word's out there. Whether they're doing it for satire or not, if they're using it as satire, then the word is out there, and more people are coming to it. Flat Earth is not dead. Globe's dead, and there's no debate with the globe. You know what I mean? People just can't let go of it. They just can't let go.
Why risk it?
That's it. My tail haircut. That's it. So I'll queue up the next video. The whole point of why we're here. I just thought I'd put on them short videos first. I'm here for this one right here. Carol Babel found.
Here's how I got automated transcripts and stuff.
Blooming adverts. Love the adverts, don't we? Let's get that sound on.
Bit more information.
What's that? Back to the start. Ready? Just thing. So Kevin still? Yeah, cool. Still only there's not many people here. 2 seconds, guys. I'll just put on some music while I go and I hear the missus is up, so just got to go and quickly say something to her. Yeah, so give me a sec, guys. I'll put on just some blooming music from this while I go and see what she's saying. A night driving rock. Let's put on the rock. Right. Back in a bit, guys. 2 secs. Minnie, shut up. See, had music. I just somebody coming in the door. The missus just letting someone in the door. So yeah, don't worry about it, Tracy. It's cool. I'm live. Don't worry about it. There's not many people watching at the minute. Hold on. Right. Sorry, guys. Quite there. I've got the other one queued up and ready. We'll start it. Like I say, it was a video. It's videos. Michael said to me last night, I know something you can cover. I've got a 6-parter of something, and you should after the show in Fletcher's, you give me the first part. You give me links to the first part. Subscribe to the guy. Actually, let's go to the thing. I'm going to give you I'm going to put the link in chat anyway for this dude. Restoring the Truth. I mean, this video, but we want to cover it, and it's a 6-part. Look, the Tower of Babel found, 1 of 6. I'm only doing the first part today. It's 17 minutes long. I dare say with me interrupting and stuff like that, it'll take a little bit. But if not, then we'll get through quickly. Simple as that. Michael's not good. Michael said he won't be able to make this first part here. That's cool. But he'll probably be in the rest of them. So I might be doing them on a Tuesday night with Michael. I think that's the idea. Do them on a Tuesday. I just thought I'd do the first one as morning coffee. So yeah, let me get this guy's link. I'm just talking to 2 people. And that's myself and somebody else. You know. So yeah. Chat, yeah. Here we go. And I'll just check that it works. Make sure it's the right one. Let's just see. Yeah. Hold Oh, and you guys can't see this, obviously, but just check again, making sure it's right. Skip. We do, yeah, right one. So there you go, guys. There's well, guys, 2 people there, but there's the link to this guy's channel, and I am going to start the video and see what it's saying. So here we go. Here we go.
Welcome to Restoring the Truth, and today we're talking about the Tower of Babel, its location, and how I found it. And beginning in Genesis 11, it came about as they journeyed east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar and settled there. It also says that it was built with brick and mortar, and that they were building a tower whose top may reach into heaven. So we know it's basically a mountain they're building, and probably some sort of a...
I don't like the InfoWars t-shirt he's got on. If it's InfoWars, I'm thinking about
pyramid shape. Just given, looking back, at all the pyramids all over the earth, is probably something like that. It is a man-made structure.
Jackie, I tell you what, my computer's like hit or miss. Sometimes I can have it in HD and it works perfectly. Sometimes I can have it down as 480 and it's a pain in the butt. I don't know what goes on, whether it's internet connection and people on it during the day or whatever. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. It's a laptop. Maybe it's just because it's a laptop. It's done me nearly enough 2 years. So yeah, like I said, there'll be a computer coming definitely by the end of the year. So it'll be better quality once I get a computer, because I'll get more RAM. This has only got 16 gig, but yeah, let's carry
on. That's pretty much all that the Bible tells us. But the book of Jasher, which the Bible quotes, and then the book of Jubilees gives us a little bit more information. And it doesn't in any way contradict anything that the Bible says. It just gives us a little more information. So that's good. We can take all the pieces of the puzzle and put them together, and then see what, maybe we can find. Jasher 9, verse 21. And all the princes of Nimrod and his great men took counsel together and said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city, and in it a strong tower, and its top reaching heaven, and we will make ourselves famed, so that we may reign upon the world, and that we may not become scattered over the earth on account of their wars." And all the families assembled, consisting of about 600,000 men, and they went to seek an extensive piece of ground to build the city and the tower, and they sought in the whole earth. They found none like one valley at the east of the land of Shinar, about 2 days' walk, and they journeyed there, and they dwelt there. So now we have a little bit more information. We still don't know where Shinar is, but we know that it's about a 2 days' walk.
See, we've got 3 people watching. One's me, obviously. Nobody in chat. Come on, guys. Hurry up. I know, there was a load of people came yesterday, but today, don't seem to be.
East of wherever Shinar
is. Doesn't matter if I'm here on my own. You know what I mean? People can watch the video later,
There is. But that they searched the whole earth to find the perfect location for this tower. In Jubilees 10:18, and in the 3 and 30th Jubilee, in the first year in the second week, Peleg took it.
See, in general, I don't do much flat earth stuff, but I did that Terry Eicher one and the one that Grizzly gave me. You know what I mean? Because it's relevant. Yeah, I am a flat earther. My channel doesn't concentrate on flat earth, but now and again I will talk about flat earth without a doubt. My flat channel kind of concentrates on scriptural, Mandela effect, that kind of thing, but it is also a flat earth channel. I'm a flat earther, so I will put flat earth stuff up now and again. I talk about flat earth every day in flatses and stuff like that, so I don't necessarily orientate my channel towards flat earth all the time, but I'm a flat earther, so I will be playing flat earth stuff now and again. Write it down.
Himself a wife whose name was Lamna, the daughter of Sinar, and she bare him a son in the 4th year of this week, and called his name Ruth, for he said, "Behold, the children of men have become evil through the wicked purpose of building for themselves a city and a tower in the land of Shinar." And it says they departed from the land of Ararat. Well, now we know that there was a starting place, and it's east of Ararat, eastward to Shinar. So Shinar is east of Ararat, and there.
I like how he's printed it on paper because he's probably reading a Bible that the letters are so small, and he wears glasses, as you can see. Then he's wanting to print it out in a bigger, larger print on a bit of paper rather than on screen. I'm not sure if he's just standing here reading all the time or if there's anything. I think he's just reading it, which is cool. That's cool. He's just reading scripture. Excellent. Sound. It's just me, baby. Well, there's 2 people watching, but there's nobody in chat. Can you make me another one, please, baby? Bring me the cup. Mrs. is hiding around the corner because she's in her pajamas and just got up. So she's hiding. She's hiding. Just tell me when you come through, and I'll just turn the camera off, babe.
A 2 days journey east of Shinar. So we know they're east of Ararat. We also know that it said that they searched through the whole earth. So we don't know how far it is east of Ararat. And Ararat's, of course, where they got off the ark. So that makes sense. They went east of there, potentially a great distance.
Yeah, Ararat is where they got off the ark. It settled on Mount Ararat. And they think they found that as well. I've got a video about that. It's actually for my sub count, which is 143. It's got about 400 views. It's one of the most viewed on my channel. It's not my video. It's not originally my video, but it's a good video. Watch it there. The archaeological proof. The thumbnail has got the ark on it. So yeah, that'd be cool. Just go and watch that.
We don't know how far. And it says its height was 5,433 cubits. It's almost 2 miles, roughly 10,000 feet.
And that's what I'm saying. In scripture, in the Bible, when they built the ark and stuff like that, and obviously it's got to talk about Tower of Babel, they give measurements, they give details, actual measurements. So, I mean, the measurements they used back then, but they give the details. Now it just shows me that God gave me information for that, which it says in Genesis, well, when it comes to the ark, anyway, and gives them all the information, it gives them the blueprint for it, it gives them the plan for it. You know what I mean? If that's not from God, I don't know what is. You know what I mean? He's so what's the word? Pedantic in how to build an ark, how to do it. Well, he didn't build the Tower of Babel, that was people. But yeah, he gives out plans on how to do it. Obviously, he didn't give out plans how to do the Tower of Babel because that was nothing to do with the Lord. The ark was. He's so pedantic. He gives out measurements as well as what to do. It's how to do it. How to do it. The whole lot.
So we're talking about a large mountain. And it says the Lord, the 3 divisions that were there, and punished them according to their works and designs, and they ceased building the city and the tower. Therefore he called the place Babel, for the Lord confounded the language of the whole earth. Behold, it was at the east of the land of Shinar. And as to the tower, which the sons of men built, the earth opened its mouth and swallowed up 1/3 part thereof. And the fire also descended from heaven and burned another third. And the other third is left to this day. And it is the part which was aloft. And its circumference is 3 days' walk. That's interesting. Why they would tell us
the difference of something, a 3 days walk. That's a big old diameter. That's a big old diameter, that is. You know what I mean? The circumference even more. But 3 days walk circumference, the diameter's got to be quite big as well. Circumference has got to be more, obviously. But yeah, it's big. It's big.
Oh, it took 3 days to walk around its circumference. But now we have all the pieces that I can find of the puzzle. It's big. It's a big object. It's about 2 miles high, but only a third of it is probably.
Go say as well, if anyway, I mean, it says to me, just watching, it could be more because it doesn't update and whatever, it could be less. But if anybody comes in chat and they want to come in chat to me, then I'll put out the link. But I haven't got the link out there because there's no point if nobody's in chat, But I'll put out the link if anybody wants to come in, StreamYard and talk. Absolutely. Let's play.
probably a big pile of rubble around it because a third of it's been burned, a third of it was swallowed up by the earth, a third of it remains. But of the third that remains, we know it is high. It's a loft, so it's very high. So it's going to look like a mountain, and it's going to take 3 days to walk around it, and it's a good piece potentially east of Ararat, somewhere east of Ararat. So now we have all the information. And I, at one time, I thought I could get on Google Earth and find it, but I didn't. I mean, I've seen people doing stuff like that.
Yeah, he's right. He says he went on Google Earth to find it, but he couldn't find it. But people have gone on Google Earth because it's just photographs, isn't it? When you zoom in and that, and found stuff that's a bit freaky and that, or things as well that confirm what it says in the Bible, like scorch marks and stuff like that. Don't know if that's been found in Google, but I dare say you could. But there's loads of things that found in Google. There's that thing that's blank spot in Antarctica, the continent at the bottom of the earth, where the gravity well is. You know what I mean? They're all getting pulled to like a drip to the bottom of that globe because of the gravity well, the bottom bending the space down. Yeah. And that old well. Lost my point anyway.
When you go, they'll look in some jungle and find, some ancient.
I went to grab my coffee. It's not there. Hurry up, babe.
Ruins or something that nobody's ever discovered before. And of course, I didn't find anything, but it was interesting. This morning, I was watching some specials on Everest.
At least he's interested enough to try. You know what I mean? He went onto Google Earth to have a look. At least he's interested enough to try it. It's triggered him enough to try it. Fair play. Put something into action. You know what I mean? Testing their faith. Fair play. Testing his own faith. Love it.
And K2. Just I'm interested in that kind of stuff. And I saw some related video off to the side. And once again, if you don't have all the pieces of the puzzle, if all you know is it's east of Shinar, you make any kind of distinction or connection.
Yeah, he's right. If you're just saying east of Shinar, east is a big area. You go east, and you have to keep correcting. When you go east, obviously, you have to keep correcting for east because east and west is concentric circles around the flat earth, But even on a globe, if you were to go east, you would still have to correct, unless you're on the equator, then you wouldn't have to correct on the globe. You would have to correct on a globe if you're above or below the equator.
Light that goes off. But once you have all the pieces of the puzzle, then when you hear something, you say, wait a minute, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I heard that in the book of Jasher. I heard that, over here. I heard that in the Bible. And
he's right. Yeah, you do. You've heard it before. And it piques your interest. So you go check it and investigate it. Fair play to him.
And so I was watching and I saw a few related videos and looked at a few names, places I'd never seen before. And up popped this other related mountain that looked very odd. And so I watched one of the videos, and it said that it took 3 days to walk around this mountain. I've heard that one before, that got my attention. It was one of the pieces of the puzzle that I'm looking for, a mountain that takes 3 days to walk around. It looks like a man-made object. And then I saw another video. The Russian scientists suggested that this mountain is actually a giant man-made pyramid from ancient stone or bricks. And they said that they believed it could actually be
taller. They told people to reach the heavens. I mean, God flipped it away before it got there, but they built it. They must have been high. And the bottom, the base must have been so big, you know what I mean, to hold all that weight, do you know what I mean, of a tower trying to reach the heavens, you know? Wow, it must be huge. The circumference must be huge, you know? And he's saying 3 days. I'm thinking that's the base, you know?
And it appears in that the rubble around the bottom, you know, it could just be from thousands of years of erosion, and that the structure actually may go down below the pile, if you will, at the bottom. So this is a giant mountain covered with snow. It came up in related videos with K2 and Everest. So this is a big structure, 21,778 feet above sea level, but it's sticking up 4,300 feet above the base of the foot of the mountain. But the Russian scientists believe that it could be a little bit.
Sorry, guys, I'm just turning the camera off because the missus doesn't want to see. Okay. Oh, you can still come in after the after. No, we're going to go to tonight. What? We're going to talk in the bedroom. Oh, then you go. Yeah, no, you said I'm not getting them, so push the door to. Idiot. I'm not. You are. You are. Mrs. is talking to a friend in the bedroom because I'm live. She usually joins in, but her friend's over, so she's chatting in the bedroom. Here we go.
It's taller if you dig back the erosion and the debris at the bottom, but they believe that it's a man-made structure. It's interesting. This is the holiest mountain in Tibet, and there, according to ancient beliefs, this represents the axis of the world, a stairway to heaven. Okay, I've heard that somewhere before, you know, and they said that it leads, believe it leads.
Yeah, I've had that before. A stairway to heaven. Yeah, I wonder where, dude. I wonder where.
To the city of the gods. Tibetans believe this is where the god Shiva is buried, and the ice will melt, revealing the eye.
The god Shiva is buried. I thought gods couldn't die. Gods don't die, do they? Well, my god doesn't die. So, false gods.
Atop this pyramid. And the name is Mount Kailash, or Mount Kailash, Kailash. And I was just looking at all this information, looking at the pictures. It looks like a man-made structure. And I'm 100% convinced it may take more for you. I'm 100%.
Anyway, just doing this video because it's hard just to stand in front of camera and talk. I mean, it's easy. I mean, it's not easy to make videos and edit them and all that. You know what I mean? But yeah, fair play him just standing in front of the camera. You know what I mean? Just chatting and telling us what he thinks. You know, like it's 5 years old, obviously 5 years ago, telling people what he thought. I had Gematria one back. Good to see you. I'll have a look at them links. Nice one. Nice one. True location of Jerusalem. Gematria, yeah. I'll have a look at that. I'll play this and have a look at that just for a sec.
Convinced that this is the Tower of Babel. It's a 3 days journey around this tower. And that leads me to a point. Why did the authors of the book of Jasher, because these were godly men. I mean, you know, the disciples quoted the book of Jasher. The Bible quotes the book of Jasher. So these were godly men that wrote the book of Jasher. What is the 1/3 of the Tower of Babel, that rubble, that mountain that's left over in ruins, mean to a godly man? What does that mean to Noah? Or what does that mean to Abraham? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why would they tell us that it took, or how would they know that it took 3 days to walk around? How would they have a clue? I'm sure they didn't just set out and start walking, or was it something they observed and then they wrote it down? It's interesting that Kailash derived here. Religious pilgrims make the journey to Mount Kailash, following the traditions of their ancestors dating back thousands of years. So this is a mountain that the Russians say Russian scientists say appears to be a man-made structure. It looks like a man-made structure, but it also looks like Mount Everest. It's huge, and it looks sort of like a pyramid. It's the height, the dimensions are in line with what the Bible or what the book of Jasher says, which the Bible quotes. It takes 3 days to walk around it, and evidently,
I'll have a look at them videos, Gematria. I'm not going to play them on the show because one's an hour and 40, and one's they're both quite long anyway. So I won't play them here. Obviously, if they were short, I would have played them. But yeah, I'll have a look at them, Gematria one. But nice one.
They were walking around this mountain, or the remains. This represented the sweat, blood, and tears of their hard work and their labor, or the hard work and labor of their ancestors. They were building this mountain, this tower to heaven, this stairway to heaven. And this was something they believed in. I read in, I think it was Jubilees, that they had worked on for like 43, to take it one brick up to the top of it as they approached the end of the building of this structure, to carry one brick 1 year just to get it up to the top to finish. This was a very, very large structure. There was a lot of faith went into this.
Nice one, Gematria. I've put I've copied them and put them on my clipboard and pinned them. So I'll have a look at that later. I would have put them. I could have just put them up as a tab, but for some reason my computer's playing a bit slow. I mean, it's being a pain in the butt. Nice one, Gematria. Nice one. I like things like that. Because it's possible. Sorry, my finger jacked. Press play. Because it's possible. It could be the locations of them. Could be. I'm not sure. It could be. Yeah. I mean, there's got to be some kind of proof left there, some evidence left there. I think. So I think it's a big possibility.
Abraham and Noah, their mountains, later on going to be Mount Sinai. This was not something they would walk around, but this was something that those who created it, those who may have had fond memories and really felt alive.
Because there hasn't been many people this morning. It's been me for the last an hour, pretty much. Yeah, me. Flat said hello. I had to go out. Michael's had to go out. Michael said hello earlier. So yeah, the only other person came in was a troll. Asking me about Flat Earth because I put a few videos on at the start to have Flat Earth stuff, So yeah, all I had was a troll to get rid of him.
Else would have come back and walked around this structure. The writers of Jasher saw this, they witnessed this, they wrote it down that it took 3.
But I know my subs will watch it later anyway. You know what I mean? They're probably working because my watchers are pretty much half of them are in the States and half in the UK, and I've got a few in India. That's weird, but it's mainly States and UK. So yeah, for the UK, it's working time for people now. But in the States, obviously, you've got a couple of time zones. People are probably just getting up or whatever, or asleep.
3 days to walk around the remains of this structure, and they witnessed this, and they wrote it down. And now we know that.
Again, to emphasize, it takes 3 days to walk the circumference of something. The base of it, wow, must have been huge, and it would have had to be, like I said, to reach the heavens, to hold all that stuff, all that weight. It would have had to be so sturdy, but not sturdy enough for God to not to be able to slap it about.
Today, still go back. The Hindu people, I'm not saying anything against the Hindu people, I'm just saying that this is the Tower of Babel. This is the remains of the Tower of Babel. That is what the evidence shows us. And that they still walking around that same structure today that Jasher told us, and it takes them 3 days to walk around it. The same structure that Jasher told us was the tower into the heavens, or the Tower of Babel. I am going to post a few. I'm going to put a few links into this, and I'm going to post a few minutes of a few segments just to kind of whet your appetite. And I would encourage you to click on the link to watch the total, and you can easily just do a search. And
oh, I see. I thought it was him talking all the way through, but near the end, you just put in a few segments of some.
I literally watched one video and clicked on the very next one. The information is overwhelming. You can go right from one video, one documentary to another, and I would encourage you to do so. God bless you.
He's got to show it now. I think. Hey, babe, good to see you. Even though she's just in the bedroom. I love you. Flats ain't here, babe. He just popped in earlier to say hello and all that, and he's taking his wife to carnival. Oh, and I'm seeing people at work. It's Saturday. People are probably in bed. You know what I mean? Oh, here's Michael. It's 6-part series. Yes, it is. And like I said earlier, this is the first part. So we got to the part where he's showing his evidence. He just spoke all the way through. Now he's got to show what he was talking about.
Some of Asia's major rivers radiate out from the Mount Kailash area, which may help explain why the mountain has been called the navel of the world. The most sacred mountain in Tibet, Mount Kailash, which has never been claimed, is sacred to the Tibetan people, Buddhists.
Never been claimed. You're not mad. Never been claimed. Obviously, it's never been claimed because they keep it as a sacred place. But why? I wonder why. I wonder.
Hindus and Jains. The walk around the mountain is 52 kilometers and takes a leisurely 3 or 4 days. The only problem is...
Yeah, took 3 or 4 days. What did he say there? What did he read out? It took them 3 or 4 days. Michael says it's a very interesting Babel. If it is, no, it's very interesting. Babel is definitely not the ziggurats that it's claimed to be. Yeah. But yeah, circumference. Look how big the circumference is there, and how long would it take him to go around it? Probably 3 days. Like it said in the other one. Like he said earlier, sorry.
Is that the trek begins in Darchen at 4,600 meters above sea level, and at the pass, the trail reaches 5,500 meters. To put it in a word, the big problem is the lack of oxygen. Nevertheless, breathing aside, it is an enriching and spiritually beneficial trip which pilgrims have enjoyed for at least a millennium.
This so jerky this morning. Tell him I'm not in. Oh, is this Oh, no doubt. I'll have to mute it and play it to get rid of it. Hate blimmin' advert. So I'm gonna have to buy Premiere.
Tibet, the roof of our world. Words do no
history.
Justice to the untouched beauty of this far corner of Earth. A vast, mysterious, and sacred place, embraced and protected by miles of immovable mountains. Monasteries built many hundreds, sometimes thousands of years ago, stand in defiance of the elements, precariously placed among the clouds. Many of these very ancient structures are said to have been built on the remnants of once even grander ancient buildings, structures many religions attribute to the gods. Among the seemingly endless mountain ranges lay one mountain which is actually within this sacred mountain. According to ancient beliefs, this enigmatic Tibetan mountain represents the axis of the world, the stairway to heaven. In many Eastern countries, Mount Kailash is considered the mysterious city. It is indeed regarded within the
City of the gods. Very, I know it's very weird. I don't know what's going on, Michael. I've put everything on lower res. I don't know what's going on. I ain't got a blooming clue. It's doing and I don't want to put it 360. Let's try 360. I don't like it. Oh wow, I hate 360. Let's try it there. I know it's very I don't know what's going on. I really don't. Really don't.
climbing world as unascendable. A route has never been located and probably never will. Few have been brave enough to even go near this place in the past century. There may be some profound reasoning behind these ancient clusters of human beings, regarding this particular mountain over all others as sacred and as the resting place of a god.
Michael says it's hot. Yeah, I kind of noticed that. I know the Windows and Modern Tech do it. Does my not, and I don't know what's going on. Sometimes I can have it in HD and it flows. The next time I can have it on bloody 360 like it's on now, and it's at least it's not. If this was in Restream, wow, dude, the troubles I'll be having there if it was Restream. And I love Restream, but I've had to use StreamYard because it doesn't me. But yeah, I get this thing where every few minutes my computer goes roboty for 2 seconds, like, and it makes me stop, and then all of a sudden when I watch people, once it stops, it fast forwards like really quickly, and you just see everybody moving really fast till it catches up that 2-3 seconds. Yeah, it does that every couple of minutes, 5 minutes or so. It's crazy. I don't know. It's a laptop, like Michael said. It's a laptop. I need a tower computer because obviously I'm going to carry on streaming, so I need a computer. I thought 16 gig of RAM would do it. It probably would on a computer and a tower, but on a laptop, and it's a decent laptop, it won't. But yeah, tower is the next thing on the agenda. A proper computer.
There may, however, be ulterior motives at play when it comes to the discouragement of climbers in attempting the peak. A team of Russian scientists, intrigued by the history and a possible suppression of its true nature, have suggested after covert explorations that the top of Mount Kailash is not a natural formation. It is actually the remnants of a giant man-made pyramid of great antiquity. Just how old this pyramid could be currently remains unclear. What also remains unclear is if the entire mountain is a man-made pyramid, disguised by the erosion of many millennia. The reason, quote,
if that was me, but I just got a kind of robotic thing. You want a gaming computer, can get a decent one for £400. Yeah, I'll probably look for a gaming computer, definitely. But they're still same to use, isn't they? The Windows 11 and all that. There's nothing all fancy and stuff. You know what I mean? It's still, well, I suppose gaming people, Xbox is Windows, is Windows, is Microsoft, Windows is Microsoft. I suppose it's all linked in that. So, yeah, I suppose it'll be Windows and all that is normal. I just don't want any fancy crap. But yeah, I'll get one. Definitely get one, dude. Definitely get one. Even if it costs more than that. Yeah, yours for gaming. Cool. So that's all good then. Cool. I did think that. Yeah, that's definitely next on the agenda. I think that's what I'll be spending. Well, not me, because I'm getting it from my birthday. I'm saying I think I'm getting it and all that, but I know I'm getting it from my birthday. So July time, July 7th of July is my birthday. So after that, it'll be groovy. It'll be groovy. Go away.
The stratum is horizontal with the layers of stone, slightly varying in color. The dividing lines show up clear and distinct, which gives the
And I don't lie. My title says it. Morning coffee. Morning coffee has got to be done. Cheers.
entire mountain the facade of having been built by giant hands of huge blocks of reddish stone. End quote.
Oh, huge blocks of reddish stone. It's Beth's birthday in July. Cool. Nice to see you. I'm a Cancer. I believe in horoscopes, but people always ask you, oh, when's your birthday? Oh, you must be a Cancer. You must be a Scorpio. You must be Sagittarius or Capricorn or whatever. But yeah, Cancer. Hey, being a Cancer is awful. You know what I mean? It's a weird word for a crab. If she's further on, like at the end, she wouldn't be, I don't think. But if it's, I think it's like, I don't know, third onwards of July, it's Cancer till near the end, something like that. But Gematria says Babylon is on the plains of Shinar, not a mountain range. Yeah, Cancer, same as me. All right, got you. Oh, here we go. Oh, come on. Why is it going back? Oh, all right. Sorry, that's the video ended. That's why it went back to that. I don't know why it went back to that. But yeah, that's the video. That's the end of the video, obviously. It just ends like that. Cool. So got through that one. So yeah, the next one. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Stop sharing. Back in the StreamYard. Get rid of that. Right, cool. So yeah, got through the first one now. Oh, the 6th, day before me. Brilliant. See my birthday, Michael. I'm all the 7s, and then I'm a 6 at the end. So you know, God likes note 7. So I'm 7776. So I've got the 6 at the end because I'm not quite perfect. Still working on me. You know what I mean? So yeah, no. So my first birthday was my very first birthday was 7777. I think my mum said I got some kind of thing from the Queen, whether it's true or not. No, I don't know. Like a little plaquey type thing. I don't know, with a letter. Don't know how true that is. My mum could have been saying it to make me feel good. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not sure. But Gematria, that first one you gave me is 45 minutes. Obviously, I won't be able to get through it all, but we could try playing it and see what it's saying, the ancient locations of Babylon. Okay, let's have a look at it. I won't get through it all, but let's have a look anyway. As I was saying though, the next episode of that the Tower of Babel found, Michael will be on with me. We'll probably do it on a Tuesday night. So Michael will be on because it was his idea in the first place. He gave me the idea for it. So yeah, he'll be on with me. He couldn't make it this morning because he had something to do. But as you can see, he's chatting in chat. So yeah, let's present this one. We can have a quick look at it. Yeah, I like that. Michael. Thought it was pretty good. I think it's decent enough to carry on as a series. It was like you say, it's a 6-part. We could do it on a Tuesday, and if they're all short, like 17, then we just do that and then go on to something else. Do you know what I mean? For the rest of the show. But yeah, keep one. You could try and join in your tablet. Go for it, dude. Try and see what happens, man. See what happens. You can get in. You don't need me to get you in. Just shout yo if you get in, man. But I'll share this that Gematria gave me, and we'll go through this for a bit. But yeah, on a Tuesday, Mike will be with me. We'll be reviewing the rest of them. So yeah, I think they're interesting. Like I say, if they're short, then we do something else towards the end of the show, like I'm doing now. But yeah, we're going through the rest of them. Yeah, go for it, Michael. If you can come in, come in. I'm just about to share this. 2 locations of Babylon. Share. Right, let me make sure that the blimmin' quality is crap. So it doesn't be, so it isn't necessary. It says 360. Let me just press it to make sure 360. There's not even a 480 choice. So yeah, 360. Let's go through this. Am I sharing? Is all good? Yeah, it's sharing. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. Muted.
It's the moment to come. Now, the Truth Unveiled here, and today we're going to be continuing with our True Location series. Today,
wow, it's so loud on this side. I don't know if it's loud on your side. Give me a shout if it's too loud on your side.
Today we're going to be taking an extensive look at ancient Babylon, and we're going to be showing you the truth about the true scriptural ancient Babylon and exposing the fake one. Now, first, we'll be taking a look at scripture and going over the scriptural, academic, and then the prophetic sources and linguistic sources to see if we have a match, and then focusing in on the historical sources so we can get a better geographical idea and location of the true scriptural ancient Babylon. Now, first, we're going to go over a brief recap of all the maps of Babylon, just so you can have an idea of exactly the location.
I'm in the YouTube side and I keep flicking back to StreamYard to see if Michael's joined.
And pinpoint it. Now, we've gone over this before in our previous videos, but I will link these maps in the description box below so you can be able to see them on your own time. Now, this map comes from cartographer Lorenz Fries, and this was all the way from 1525, so nearly 500 years ago. And you see Babylon located where? Near Egypt, Sudan, near the Nile River. And
I can hear him. I can hear him. Oh, hiya. Hiya.
Yo.
You in? Are you all good?
I don't know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There he is. Yeah, I can hear you, dude. I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, I'm just that one's finished. We got through that one. So I was just saying, we'll do it as a series on a Tuesday night when you're there for the rest of them. Yeah. And I was saying, you give me the idea, you give me the link for it. So yeah, we'll do that on a Tuesday for the rest of them. Is that cool?
Yeah.
So I'm just going through this video. I won't get through all. It's 45 minutes long that Gematria put up. Gematria put up 2 links. One's 1 hour 40 odd. It's to do with these true things of Babylon. So I just thought I'd watch a bit of it. You know what I mean? And see what's going on. Yeah. Well, good. Should we go?
I do I appreciate that Mount Kailash doesn't seem like it's in the right place, but there's some interesting things where like the walk for loads of days to find place to build it and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So there's some interesting things. I mean, I don't believe I don't necessarily will even know where it was, you know.
No, of course. It's just good to go through it, and that's what I said before. I said before it started. I think that we don't know for sure, but it's interesting. Yeah, we just don't know for sure. We just don't know for sure if it is.
All I know is that ziggurat that they claim were Babel, it weren't that. That's a fact.
Yeah, got you. But it's always interesting to check them out, you know. And it's a 6-parter. He found the time to do 6 parts on it, so you must have some kind of faith in it. And it is 5 years old, but you must have some kind of faith in what he's saying. So it's interesting to watch anyway. It might not be where it is at all, but it's interesting to go through it and have a look and see what you think at the end of it. You know what I mean? Right, let's have a look at this one.
We've gone over this before with Moreau, and we have right there.
Why does it keep starting at 1:09?
Truth Unveiled here, and today
I'm
we're
sorry
going
to
to be
start, that's
continuing.
why.
This was all the way from 1525, so nearly 500 years ago. And you see Babylon located where? Near Egypt, Sudan, near the Nile River. And we've gone over this before with Meroe, and we have right there that it's right nearby. And we're going to be talking more about that and why that's so significant. But also pay careful attention to the spelling of this, because we're going to be going over that in just a moment to come. Now, this next map is from 1545 that comes from Sebastian Münster, and you're going to see it right here in just a moment to come. Now, this is the 1540.
All right, so there's a few different maps here. They probably maybe correlate together. I don't know. I've never seen this. Like I say, things like this are interesting. How old is this video? Let's have a look. How old is this one? Truth Unveiled 777. 2 years ago. So it's not that old. It's not that old. Let's put a like on it anyway. Here. I'm not subscribed, but might do. I'm not here, but it's got to say.
35 map. Now, as you can see right here, here is Babylon, and we're going to go over why you see Babylon up here towards the Egypt region and then towards down here in present day so-called Sudan. We're going to be talking more about that later on in the video. Now, this is a map from 1552, and as you can see, it's over 450 years old. Now, it depicts Babylon up here towards Memphis in the Cairo region, and then right here we have Ammon.
There's actually maps that say Babylon. Okay. It says it looks like it says Baby 5, Babylon 5.
I've got a PDF.
Isn't that a sci-fi series? Babylon 5.
I've got a PDF or a book that's about Tower of Babel, but it's all in like French or Latin or something like that. So you can't understand what it says, but there's some good pictures and that in it. Well, I'm not pictures like, you know, them like drawings like this. Say again.
Yeah, got you. Wouldn't that be good? I'm saying, wouldn't that be good to try and translate it though, to see what it says?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
When I get home, I'll try and find it for Tuesday.
Yeah. That'd be cool, man. That'd be cool. Have a look at that. But when it'd take a long time to translate a book, like, but it'd be cool. It'd be cool to see what it says. I mean, look at all these places here, man. The names of them: Amen, Hermophus, Tentira, Elephantins. Wow. Garamantis, that you see in the back. You see a lot of
this is thing, like, you know.
Wow. Loads, man, loads.
This is thing, like, we're led to believe by these ball believers that we deal with that it's been a ball and Bible never existed. But like when you look back even just a few hundred years, people at times they all believe this stuff, you know. It literally is New Kid on Block that's telling you that we live on a globe and Bible's not true, and you know that's the heresy.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same like that woman that Dave Weiss spoke to. She was taught flat Earth. I mean, I know it's off topic, but she was taught flat Earth when she was at school. There's people alive that were taught flat Earth at school as a given. You know,
if you look into it, there were literal lawsuits. You know, like schools putting in lawsuits because they thought it was so stupid to teach like we live on a sphere and that. You know, you can find all these things. You know, all this like leaning back on old dead men that there's no evidence existed. It's just bunk.
Of course. She's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. It's just plenty of evidence out there. Let's go look for it. You know, I mean, it's with the Earth being flat. It's just, like Michael says, it was stupid to think it was a blooming globe back then. But people would have thought it was terrible. It was stupid. It was ridiculous. But you keep repeating something long enough and loud enough. People think, oh well, maybe if it just people who thought it was stupid, but after a few years, people are still talking about it. So it's like, oh, maybe they just keep repeating this. So there's something. Is there something to it? But say something long enough and loud enough, you'll believe it. You'll believe it.
It's like Yeah, you only need like a few generations. You only need the generation that can remember the old paradigm to die, and then it's all forgot about. And then there's no lying, really, is it? It's just it's just the belief that you have.
It's just the belief. So people talk or teach what they believe, so they're not lying. They're just indoctrinated. I'm so glad we got woke up to it. You know what I mean? It's indoctrination. So like I say, but there's a lot of people lying about it now because they know, especially since things like that it's been unveiled.
The ones who are claiming to go to space, they're lying, definitely. I can't see how else they could not be, unless they drug them up or something, or there's some serious mind control or something. But
that would have to be some mind control, definitely.
Yeah.
But no, you've seen the astronauts' faces when they come back. You've seen the demeanor. They should have been ecstatic. Oh, like yeah. There was no stars, man. It's just madness.
No, they can't all get the story straight. I mean, if that's not a big enough tell.
Exactly, dude. Right, let's carry on.
Scriptural Ammon depicted right here in the present day Libya region. Again, we have Babylon with Ammon depicted within the same regions, because here's Libya right here, and there's Ammon, and then there's Babylon over there towards the Nile River. And we talked about that significance, why it's so important for the real scriptural Babylon to be located on the Nile. This map comes from 1667, which is well over 300 years old.
Yeah.
Here's an enlarged map of Babylon. As you can see, this comes from 1692, and it's shown near Ramses, Memphis, Sukkoth in Egypt, along with Alexandria, again, along the Nile River right here. And what this is really depicting is the fortress of Babylon. And like I said, later on in the video, we'll be covering that so you can have a better idea and see exactly what it's talking.
He even had a little picture of a wee tower there. You know what I mean? A little illustration. So.
Talking about. Now, this is Babylon depicted as of 1706. So once again, well over 300 years ago, and it's shown where? Near Meroe, Sudan. And we're going to be taking a look at.
Leave this playing. I'm just going up to the toilet.
That region of the so-called Sudan pyramids, because here's Babylon located right here, right along the Nile River in this map published as of 1706. This map was drawn in 1730, and as you can see right here, it's a little bit easier to see. Here is the land of Africa, Libya interior, as we've gone over that, as it was known back then, and so-called Nubia right here. Now, when you take a look, once again, we have the Nile River branching off. So this part branching off towards Ethiopia and continuing what they call southward. Here we see Babylon once again near Meroe, Sudan. Again, there is our marker point along with the Nile River over here. Now, upon further research, we've also even shown you even more maps and have even included bonus maps of Babylon, like this one from 1597. So once again, well over 400 years. And you see right there, Babylon.
So only thing about having the morning coffee stream, drinking the coffee, you have to go to the toilet because it goes right through you. Caffeine just goes right through me. I must have a small bladder. Not a weak bladder, a small bladder. If I had a weak bladder, I'd be the bed.
I had to wait till I got to my mum. I had to wait till I got to my mum's for a coffee because I run out last night.
Oh, killer. Not getting up and not having a coffee there waiting yet.
Right, horrible, man. They were horrible.
Oh, man. Right. Not good.
Right here. Oh,
that's the thing. Mums have always got tea and coffee. Oh, sons haven't. I run out all the time. Or I run out of sugar, or I haven't got milk.
It's when I last makes a coffee because I think she puts a tablespoon in instead of like a teaspoon. Because like she can make 2 coffees and half a jar of coffee's gone.
How many should you take? 2 Okay, that's 2 shovels. Nice.
The Nile River. And then this map that was published within Oxford from 1712. So once again, over 300 years ago, you see Babylon right there along in Egypt, along the Nile River once again. And you see it's along Egypt within the exact same region. And then over here, we have Ammon once again, as we've gone over Ammon right there.
So Egypt in this map was just called Egypt. Egypt. I wonder if that's how they said it. Egypt. E-G-Y-P. Egypt. Weird. Libya. Propria Rica. Nafamon. Philly. Wow. Love looking at old maps, man. That's so cool.
The real scriptural Ammon. Now, later on in the video, we'll go over a map from 1592 that gives us a hint about the Tower of Babel, but this is a map from 1720 that also shows Babylon near Memphis. And again, this is depicting the fortress of Babylon.
Babylon near Memphis. All right, okay. There you go. Babylon's in the States, guys. I'm only joking. Memphis, obviously. Wow. We get our names from old maps as well. Crazy. See, there's a lot of places in the States that are called the same as what we've got in the UK. It's crazy. Crazy how many similar places there are.
A lot of places in America that are named after Egypt as well.
Where ancient Babylon is really.
Say that again, Michael.
I said a lot of places in America named after Egypt as well.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of doppelgangers there. I meant doubles, triples, quadruples, multiples, actually. Yeah.
Truly depicted. Now we're going to get some scriptural references and some historical references along with academic references to see and back this up, to see if this is a scriptural match or if that one in Iraq is a scriptural match. Now, remember I told you to keep this spelling in mind, though. This is the map from 1525. And as you can see, Babylon is depicted right here near Meroe once again. And then it depicts Media, too.
See, the only issue I've got, right, is it's quite clear in Bible that there's like a third of it left to be seen.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I ain't seen out of the sort in any of these places that are claimed. That's my issue with it.
No, that's it. I've got to take that into consideration as well, without a doubt. But it's certainly interesting to look into it. Yeah, you're right, Michael.
The scriptural media also that's depicted right here, that's nearby in a map that's nearly 500 years old. But you'll probably notice that the spelling is a little bit different. Why is that so important? Because when you take a look at the actual spelling in other languages, you'll start to find a match.
And just so it's on the record, can't always trust Wikipedia, because people can add bits and take away from, maybe not take away, but they can certainly add bits. I have never tried anything like that, like adding anything to Wikipedia, but I know it can be done. You just have to have an account.
You can't really.
Interesting and suspicious indeed.
So you can't trust a lot of things, really. I mean, you can't. We know that there's maps are deceptive. We know that information can be deceptive. It might be the case that it's there and they hide it because they don't want nobody to see it. You know what I mean? But the things that I've seen and places proposed, I've not seen out like what Bible says you should see.
Well, yeah, I get you. I think it's a case of you've got to use your discernment, ain't you? Especially spiritually, especially your working with the Holy Spirit. You've got to use your discernment, without a doubt. Can't just take it at face value. Test all things. The Bible says test all things, and that's what we're got to do.
What am I talking about? Well, if you go right here to Babylon, according to Wikipedia. And if you go to the alternative names, just like what we covered when it came to Assyria and when it came to Agade, and we've gone over that. Remember the Akkadian language? You see how it's spelled Babalim? Babalim? Well, isn't that just very interesting how we saw a similar spelling to that in the 1525 map? The only difference.
It is interesting. It is interesting, but you still
but
you need to go a little further.
it depends who makes the map, doesn't it? To how they're going to spell things, you know. If it were an Akkadian map, then it's going to use Akkadian language. If it were, I don't know, an English map, it's not going to spell it same, you know.
That's right. That's right. Perfectly said, man. Yeah. Maps can be doctored. Maps can be like just what they want the people that draw them, put it or make them whatever, can put whatever they want on them. It's their agenda there. We've got to trust that. We've got to take that in consideration. Yeah.
And you know, this is another problem for me and all. A lot of information, like a lot of this stuff regarding when they're talking about this Tartaria and your mud floods and that, all this information they find online. Do you know what I mean? And I'm totally in frame of mind that AI can create anything.
Yeah,
online.
I mean that Tartaria thing is certainly interesting, and it certainly could happen. You know what I mean? There could be cities, villages, and all that under mud floods and water and stuff like that. But like Michael said, you know what I mean? Use your discernment with that as well. It's certainly interesting, definitely. But I'm very dubious about the Tartaria thing. Definitely, I'm in the same spot as Michael with that.
Wow, that was a serious robot.
Was there was an E there, and so
very interesting emphasis indeed. That was funny. Wow.
The Aramaic, you get Babel spelled with an I right there. And then when you take a look at the Elamite, it's Babeli. Well, that's what we saw in the ancient map too, very similar to that. Here is another linguistic and academic source of this. This comes from the Cambridge Ancient History, Volume 1, page 150, where it says the evidence of language. And it says right here, sometimes there can be reasonable doubt as to whether the Sumerian or Semitic name is older. It is held by some that Babalim, which is Yahudith or Hebrew Babal and Greek Babylon, was originally Sumerian. And you can see right
again, people write books, you know. You got to take that into consideration as well. What if they have got an agenda, they might not have. It might be totally true, but you got to take into consideration that point.
Here, Babalim. That's what I wanted to show you is the linguistic side of this. Babalim. Because we read something similar to that right here in the map from 1525. Babalim right there. You see that? You see the linguistic match right there? It looks like a match to me. Now, here we are right here. Now, this is the Babylon that they tell us, and this is the one that they've spoon-fed us for how many years, if not hundreds of years, if not thousands of years. This is the one they want us to believe. This is the one that we've been traditionally taught is the traditional Babylon, according to them, according to historians, and according to the liars themselves. Why are they lying? Because it's right south of Baghdad, which is the capital of Iraq, and so it's right here in
He's very passionate, isn't he? Yeah, they're liars. They're just liars.
Well, they are, though, aren't they?
I feel like that sometimes, but yeah, of course they are. That's what I'm saying. I said I get him. I feel like that a lot. But he's certainly passionate. He's certainly passionate. Fair play. He believes what he's saying.
This region within Hilla right here. Now you're probably wondering, why did I leave this high?
He believes what he's saying, but it doesn't mean he's right. But he could be.
highlighted when it comes to the estimated population, because if you also search Hilla, Iraq, right here, you'll see that what Hilla, also spelled Hilla, is a city in central Iraq on the Hilla branch of what they call the Euphrates River, even though we know the truth about that. About 100 kilometers south of Baghdad, they say that the population is estimated at a little over 364,000 as of 1998, and is the capital of the Babylon province, and is located adjacent to the ancient city of Babylon, close to the ancient cities of Borsippa and Kish, according to them, according to what we're traditionally taught, right? And the population is 1.73 million. Why did I leave all of that highlighted? Because now we're going to test that with the word of our creator Yahuwah and see if we get a match. Because if we take a look at Jeremiah 51 verse
Yahuwah. I like how he said it. Yahuwah. Didn't pronounce the H. I like it.
37, this is what it says: and Babal shall become a heap, a habitation of jackals, an astonishment and a hissing without inhabitant. So according to scripture itself, it says that the real scriptural Babylon has what? No inhabitants there, just like with the real true location of Yerushalayim or Jerusalem, what? No inhabitants.
Stop.
Yeah.
So that's also a point for Mount Kailash then as well.
Yeah. You were going stop. I stopped like the first time you said stop. I don't really stop.
There must be a delay.
Yeah,
there must be a delay.
Yeah, there is. There is definitely a delay. You're on a tablet. I've got a bit of crap going on. I think there's a tiny delay anyway. When even when things are going well, I sometimes talk and then someone doesn't talk again. Talk to answer to like 2 seconds later. So sometimes there is a little delay. It just depends.
But according to this, according to that.
Sorry, I'm on the fence whether StreamYard's better than Restream or not. Like, I think they're both about on par with each other. I don't think either's better than other.
No, I like Restream. I love Restream, but it doesn't work for me. StreamYard does. I don't think StreamYard's better than Restream. I actually think Restream's a little better than StreamYard. But for me, on this laptop, it's not working. If I share a video, it's and it flicks all over the place. And even when I talk, even when people talk, sometimes it could be fine for a few minutes, a minute or so, then it'll start. You can hear what we're saying, but it's jerky. Yeah, I noticed it with the first two lives we did for the Mandela Gatekeepers. First one without Mark, second one with Mark. Then we did a recording with Mark on the third one. And the third one was fine because I got Michael to share it. You know what I mean? Got Michael to share the video. So that was fine. But if I had shared it, it would have been jerky. But I think Restream is better. But I can't use it on this laptop. You know what I mean? So I'll carry on using StreamYard. Even when I get the next computer, I'll use StreamYard because I've got a subscription. You know what I mean? In a minute. But I will test Restream on it. You know what I mean? Then I might get a subscription on that and stop the subscription on StreamYard. It just depends. We'll see.
All right.
There are enemies themselves. This has a population.
Say again, dude.
My screen's gone all weird.
Weird. Okay. Let me see. Is he still there? Because he got out. Oh, he's gone. He'll make his way back if he can get in. He's on a laptop, so it might be a bit hazy to get in and out. It just depends on signal and stuff like that for him. So, oh, there he is. He's coming in. I can see him coming in. There he is. He's back. Yeah, he's back.
Sorry about that. Kicked me out.
No, I noticed that. I understood as soon as I heard you stop talking. I knew. I just went back to sleep. Like Zeke kicked you out.
I don't think these programs like devices either.
No, especially tablets. Unless you got the top range tablet, They don't like them. They don't like.
Can I just? I want to answer what Jamatri's just put. I was comparing Opera versus Google Chrome. Chrome is better. People have said to me, "Oh, you want to use this browser and that browser," you know, and Chrome's watching you all the time. Well, everything's watching you on a computer. That don't bother me. But I've found that Chrome is better than most.
Yeah, I've found it. Well, with me, I'm using Chrome. I did try. I remember when I did the Restream thing and it wasn't working for me. I tried Opera, and for a minute, it worked. But then the second time I tried it, it didn't work. So it's just a hit or miss sort of thing. So I went back to Chrome because it's just doing the same thing. I tried Brave, I think it was. I've got what's that one here down the bottom here? Avira, I think. Is it Avira? No, Avast. I keep calling it Avira. Avast. I try that one. It's just the same. It's just the same to me.
Avira don't work.
Yeah, Avira don't work. Hey, no, that's it. Like it. Let's go.
Of well over 1 million. Wow, that's contrary to his word. So who's the liar then? And while the enemy continues to find more reasons to try and debunk all this, well, we're going to keep moving forward and stand on his word. Because why is it important for scriptural Babylon to be on the Nile somewhere? And more importantly, why is it important for you not to be in denial? Now, again, here's a brief recap of everything we pretty much gone over before, but it's important to get an understanding and foundation of this. Now, again, here's Brashith, Genesis 10 through 11 concerning Nimrod. And the beginning of his reign was where? Babal and Iraq and Akkad and Kalna. And in our Assyria video, we've covered Akkad extensively. Where? In the land of Shinar, in the land of Shinar. And again, we've already gone over the importance too of Shinar and why that's so important. Because if
I know where my shins are, they're just underneath my knees. I've always known where my shins are. Just underneath my knees and above my feet.
I thought you were talking about a black eye, a shiner.
Yeah, like the ones I gave Vicky. Yeah, like the ones that I think I give Vicky. Yeah, perfect, brilliant trolls. Love yous, trolls. We love our trolls. We've got to love our trolls. It's a choice to love our trolls. We love them. We don't like them, but we love them.
If we know the location of Shinar, then we know the location of Babylon also. Again, we've also gone over and told you about the linguistic.
Shaking my head. I know that was cheesy, wasn't it? It was very cheesy. Very cheesy, but true.
Significance of all of this, how Shinar in the Greek is Sinar, and it's spelled like this. So we told you why that's so important.
I know where my sins are as well. They're in a place where forgiveness is. They're forgiven.
And once again, we'll show you just for reference, just so that you're able to see this Shinar right here in the Septuagint or in the Greek. Sinar is spelled like this, Sennaar. Because is there a Shinar region in Africa near scriptural Babylon? Do we have a scriptural match? Why? Yes, we.
Yo, Jeff. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Just woke up. Yeah. Cool. Nice to join us. I'll be finishing. Well, how long have I been on? I've been on an hour before. I'll be finishing about 12 minutes. I'll be finishing 12 minutes. I'm not doing a 3-hour one like I did yesterday. I've got the video. I reviewed the video that I needed to. It's a series, and the rest of the series is a 6-part. Michael put me onto it, so me and Michael's got to cover the rest on Tuesdays. So there's another 5 parts to go. I've already covered that, and I'm on something else. So yeah, I'll be finishing in 12 minutes, dude. Bless your mind for coming.
we do the exact same spelling of Shinar or Sinar in the Septuagint in the Greek. We see that where in present day Sudan, around the exact same region as we saw Babylon depicted in the maps from the 1500s. In the exact same region along the Nile River, we have a scriptural match right here. And this map comes all the way from 1806, well over 200 years ago. And notice how it's on this map twice. And once again, it's in a region that's located along the Nile. So we know we have Sudan as one of the regions for the scriptural Babylon. Now, here's just a few more maps to show. Now, what's also interesting about this region is that it's also where near desert areas, deserted, no inhabitants. All right, so we see again Sinar Shinar from a map from 1820.
Desert. Do you think that's what it means? Desert. Desert means deserted. Do you think that's where it comes from?
Yeah.
I think it might be, you know, where like, I mean, a desert is definitely deserted. I think that's where it could be. I can hear your mommy.
So almost 200 years ago, within
still there. Cool.
The same region. Now, that same 1820 map, if you go a little bit more east along the Nile River, there's Sinar or Shinar, which is in Sudan. And you have over here towards Ethiopia, you have the Tigray or the Tigris River. Could that be referring to and talking about the Tigris? By the way,
the Tigris is one I always remember because you see it in the maps of the Bible. Well, you see a lot of this in the maps of the Bible, but Tigris, it always sticks in my head. It's one of the first things I see.
Hey, Sinar is still a town to this day. Shinar, it's still a town today in Sudan and is from the Sinar Kingdom, as you can see right here in 1750. This was the extent of it. Here is its location in Sudan, in southern Sudan, over here. Then we've gone over this map from 1730 that shows not only the Tigray right here along the Nile River, but again, Sinar right there, the land of Shinar, the scriptural Shinar, but also the scriptural Susa or Shushan that's located right here. And we've also talked about and covered how the story of Hadassah, the story of Esther, as it's commonly known, more than likely took place in this region in so-called Sudan.
And Esther is a book in the Old Testament, as people know. It's one that I need to go and read. I've only ever read it once, so it's one I need to go and read properly. Definitely. I need to go and get the Bible and read the whole lot properly again, you know. Obviously I read it, but I need to get really into it, you know, get into the Old Testament again, get into the Testament, just dig into it, you know.
And we've also confirmed a few more things with this map from 1730, how this map also shows things like Sinar, Susa right here, as you can see once again along the Nile. So we have the scriptural land of Shinar, the scriptural Susa, and the scriptural Babylon within the same region, the scriptural Tigris region over here in Ethiopia along the Nile River. And by the way, the Nile River is also known as what? The cradle of civilization. Why is that the case? Not only that, but if you go a little bit more westward towards Chad or present day Chad today, you have Median.
I didn't know it was known as that, the cradle of civilization. I didn't know that. That's new to me. I guess it's true.
Or Media, just like what we saw in the 1525 map. Very interesting and suspicious indeed. Not to mention that the desert of Seth is nearby too, which is also scriptural. And later on, when we go over more of the Tower of Babel, we'll also be talking about this more too, Babal Mandel, because you see right here.
That's cool. So, I mean, I'm not obviously got to be able to do a lot of the video today, but it says in it, it's got to cover the Tower of Babel in more depth than that. So I'll definitely keep hold of this for other shows, like in the morning, that because they, like I say, the other ones, the Tower of Babel Found, the 6-part series, that will be done on Tuesday nights now. I just done the first one this morning, but the rest will be done on Tuesday nights. So yeah, I could look at this. The next time I do a morning show, I could look at this again, definitely.
here. It's over here towards
I mean, I
this
could
region.
keep it as well for the Tuesdays, because I don't know how long the other 5 parts are. The first part was 17 minutes long, so we could get through that quite quickly. I'll keep this for Tuesdays as well. Actually, let me do this. Put it in my what do you call it? Put it in my watch list. Save it from a watch later. So
will you send me a link? Send me a link for it to WhatsApp.
I will do. I'll stick it in the thing now. I'll stick it in private. Do you want it in your WhatsApp, or do you just want it in private chat here?
Yep, just in WhatsApp, because I don't know how to get to private chat on here.
All right, no problem. No problem. Let me just do it to WhatsApp now. Let me get my WhatsApp up. 2 secs. Oh wow, it went on the big screen. It's over here. Right, go. There we go. And paste. There you go, dude. It's in your WhatsApp.
Cheers, bro.
You can't read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's in my watch later, so we could keep it for Tuesday nights as well. Cool.
Towards Arabia and Africa, towards present-day Djibouti and Eritrea, and you see right here, Susa.
Second day Djibouti. How's Djibouti? I like it.
Djibouti.
Djibouti.
Shinar over here, Babylon over here, extending all the way over there, with the Tower of Babel taking place in this region. But like I said, we'll be going over that later on in the video to come. Now with scriptural,
yeah, we'll definitely keep it for Tuesday.
Academic, historic, and linguistic sources.
I didn't say anything to you, Ziggy. Ziggy off or whatever.
Ziggy.
Oh, yeah, Vicky renamed Alexa Ziggy.
We're now.
You know why she did it is because every time you speak it, if you're talking about it, she just comes up. So you're not going to be talking about Ziggy. You know what I mean? So she says, because people talk about Alexa. So
there's only one place for that. Yeah, there's only one place for Alexa or Ziggy, and that's in Ben.
In the bin, yeah. I same sentiments, but she loves it. She loves it. I don't know why.
Able to pinpoint exactly where scriptural Babylon is and exactly have an idea of where it is according to the ancient maps and everything we just looked at and everything we just read. Now, there's a reason I'm here on Google Maps. I'm here showing you.
Vicky's in the bedroom with her mate talking. She must be watching on the TV as well, because she's in chat every now and again.
I wonder where she is.
So you can get a better.
She's awake. She's awake. Her mate phoned her. Well, just after I started the stream.
Idea of Sinar, which we know is the land of Shinar, with Meroe, Sudan, which is the ancient pyramids, which we're going to be taking a look at. And again, the question that we're keeping in mind is that could these ancient pyramids be the ancient remains of ancient Babylon? So now we're going to zoom in a little bit more just so that you can have a better idea. Once again, we're in Sudan itself, and you can see right here, this is Meroe, or the pyramids of Meroe, which we're going to be going over along with Shindi nearby. That also has some pyramids of Meroe also in that region. We're not going to cover all of it in this video today, but I will take you to those ancient pyramids.
He's not going to cover it all in the video today. It's a good place for us to meet and stop, because that is 1:58. We finished. It's a good place to stop. But yeah, nice one for that, Gematria one back. I will keep that video for Tuesday's shows as well. Definitely. Without a doubt. Let's get let's back up here. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, nice one, guys, for turning up. Tower Babel found is very interesting. So yeah, we're carrying on with that Tuesday. Nice one from Michael for turning up, and nice one for that link to cover it. Nice one for turning up, guys. I know there wasn't many in today, but there's a few turned up. So a few turned up. Bless you, man. Bless you, and bless everybody who watches it afterwards. I would just say thank you, Khan. I would say thank you, Vicky, which is in bed. Thank you, Vicky. She'll hear it at some point. Bless you, guys. Bless you, guys. Here, the sunset's free. It's free indeed. Ta-da.
Ta-da.